my sounds. I need to put my sound over the sound over the sound. And we're gonna open up Steam, right click, open up Bladesong playtest. I like to imagine the E on the end of Blade is actually pronounced in some way, shape, or form. Alright, I gotta go over to Discord. We're gonna go over to coverage. Ooh, one moment. Copy my own. That's the thing I needed. I needed to get my... Go back over to YouTube. Grab that. Close the whole thing down. Damn it, that's not the link I needed. Is it? No. It's not. I need to open up YouTube again. Hold on a second, folks. Got live chat. We're doing Bladesong again. YouTube? YouTube? Please. Please, YouTube. There was, in fact, some latency issues yesterday, which is what caused the stream to crash. There we go. Grab that. Didn't mean to do that. It's fine. Control-Shift-T, but then we're going to exit out the whole thing. Haha. Control-V. Hey, alright. Alright, I think we got everything up and good. Yeah, alright. Okay, that's somebody is having a problem that is known. Give me a moment, chat. I am having breakfast, which is the breakfast of Ultimate Champions. It is a thin line of peanut butter, some blueberries, and a hot dog bun. And I'm almost done. We're gonna turn that music right the fuck back up. It's already right the fuck back up. Didn't mean to click that. But that's fine. We'll do this for a bit as people filter in. As people ask questions, we'll be moving back over. For now, 3 pins for 4, 360.90. We're doing good on this. Actually, no, we're going straight back to creative. What am I saying? Exit main menu. Creative mode. There is a new contest up, and it is a Blade for the Masked King. This is one of the few contests where I wish there was more context. Because while we have an image of the Masked King, questioning him not. We have an image for the Masked King. We don't have an image for his throne. We do have an image that involves a horse, an hourglass, looks like some sort of tree. I feel like I've seen that image before. But also the Masked King himself, who is, well, let's just say he's got the look of a monarch about him. In as many ways as that can be interpreted. So, what sort of blade belongs to the Masked King? I think I have an idea. I think I don't actually want a very big blade. Beep. To change thickness, bring this down all... Actually, we're not even going to bring it down all the way. This idea is going to be a bit more fancy. We're looking at 0.6. I'm going to asymmetrically Actually, we're going to asymmetrically change thickness to start with. Then we're going to change thickness the other side, and we're going to bring that down. Change thickness on this side all the way down to fuck off. In fact, I'm going to give that secondary bevel there. And this is currently thickness 99. We're going to bring that down to about 60. That'll be good. Oh, how dare you. I put no blend upon thee. We're going to add a cross section on the other side. That should be pretty fine. Yeah, secondary bevel, good. We're going to reduce the thickness, not the thickness, we're going to reduce the width on the backside of the sword. Oh. That change the angle? It does. That's really good. Bring it down to about there. Then we're going to add a point on the other side first. There we go. Then now, I want to hit a very specific vibe, a very specific function for this knife. As you can tell, it is indeed a knife. We're going to add polish blade slant. Ooh. There we go. I want it to be only partial. I want this to be. I'm gonna figure that out in a minute. I want this knife to be a knife that is the knife you're surprised you really enjoy. Heyo! I want this knife to be the knife that you're surprised that you really enjoy. There's going to be hundreds of swords. Hundreds. But there are going to be very few knives. Maybe that's an idea. Okay. So, what are you doing for the competition, if I may ask? Kind of wish there was a way to get this to go up. And there is, but it sucks. Curvature. We're going to put a curvature here. And then we're going to taper width on the back. Taper thickness on the back. Change thickness. You're making a combo. Oh. It is width I want, not thickness. I mean, it is both, but I want this to be quite perfect. For reasons. Dark reasons. Dagger and a sword. Oh, good. So, my idea is not similar per se, but it is, I need to bring this all the way up to here. If I do this one, I want this to taper flat. And I want to curve such that that taper matches even. Can I do a reverse curve? There we go. Up. Oh no, it's only the tip. That's not what I wanted. I want this. I'll bring that down to here, where it's mostly even. If I take out this curvature entirely, I'm left with that, right? Control Z? There we go. Dagger and sword. You've got, what, 2 days? Saturday. You have 4 days. Holy shit. 4 days. This is gonna be the, like, this is the, hey. Hey-oh, Fire Ninja. Coming over on YouTube. You have 4 days for this competition. All the other ones were 2. 72 hours? Saturday, September 6th. Yep. Bap. No, wait. 1, 2, 3. Yes, it is 3 days. 72 hours. That's insane. Now, so my idea that I'm going to do, this part is actually kind of irrelevant, but it isn't something to skip on. So the idea is to hit bash a sheath. Put that sheath. Let's grab the hex. Will be for a full-sized sword. And I'm going to start... Like, how can I do that properly? I won't be entering into the competition itself, per se. I don't think I should, as a mod. I'm still going to make something for it. But that sheath is going to be... let's see if I can do it. I want to make it full of compartments. I want to make it the most like, oh shit, I could just do this. Let me actually think about this. So, if I wanted... Oh, I actually kind of want to do... Oop. There we go. Maybe? Hello? Oh, whoa. I also gotta do the tip thing. That's a bug I gotta report. I keep forgetting about that. It's a very tiny bug, but it's a bug all the same. Just back out. Oh, what? What? This is the tip ability. You shouldn't do that. Alright, whatever. We used to be able to do the wiggle the line. What was I saying? Yeah. Hello. What are you doing for this? I could just do the night. 72 hours is going to be a long time. Now, this is where all of the people who can do things for long times are going to really fucking shine. So this is one of those more effort you put in, the more considerations you add. Does this look good? Does that look good? Is going to matter a lot more. I just realized I got to shrink this. Alright, we'll toss that. I'm just going to work on the knife itself for now. How did I do the Hamon on the Waves Messer again? Cheap gnomish tricks aren't going to win this competition. Waves Messer, which I need to fix. Rose Forgotten, Pinch Grip, Son of the Protector fulfilled. Tongue Piercer. Was Tongue Piercer mine? There's Waves Messer. Which got broken by the most recent update. That's an easy fix, though. Oh, shit. No, it's not quite an easy fix. It was Fuller's. I got it. So let me show you how Wavesmaster is done, which I could just submit. It's the cross section of the tip. There's still a bug here. Cross section. Unfortunately, every single one of my fullers is currently off center from where it's supposed to be. And that's not an easy fix. There's every single one of them. Every single one of them needs to be moved back down with the offset. And that's just a pain in the ass. The Wavesmaster is effectively dead, but it was the fullers that I did it with. So we're going to leave. Hard to do this challenge. We haven't gotten around to story mode. Why shouldn't you enter? You can't claim the title. Anyone who deserves to enter. Yeah, it's true, true. I'm still going to make something for it. I just don't know if it's going to be like a serious piece. This is what I did. So I did fuller, rounded. It was side fuller. It was side fuller. Side fullers rounded. And then... oh, we're going to make it asymmetric. Depth. Give me the depth. This is why hammers matter. Be very precise. Now, as you can see, there's a blade bend, a blade blend, and if I then take polish side fuller, I can do this. Now there's a little bit of a gap, which is something they're supposed to fix. Where's my cross section? There we... nope. That... interesting. Yeah, you, as the person who has gone through what you are going through, don't. You will curse yourself for years after you've forgotten this competition. How did I do on Wavesmaster? Shoot. Because Wavesmaster has the overlap. Where is this coming from? Wavesmaster is here? Side full is rounded. Like you can see, there is no... do I have a polish? I have a polished blade. I'm unpolishing? No, I am polishing. What did I unpolish? Polished blade 0. Fuller rounded. Side fullers rounded. These are all just fullers. Polished blade slant 100%. Polished fuller 100%. How did I do it? Cross section, change width. That's the top cross section. I'm not doing it with gnome tech, am I? Nope, no gnome tech. Not at all. Yeah, there we go. Hey-oh, Daunted Fire, how's it going? Doing okay. I'm trying to remember how I did this from last playtest. Before this got broke. Because I can't get it to work again. Tape of thickness. No, not you. It's like this cross section shouldn't be able to do this. Oh, look, it's not doing it. So how do I get it to do? What? Oh, you know what? I think they reverted something. So if I go back... Like, this line... There's not supposed to be a line in between here. But the new version is giving me a line. Magic is hard. Correct. So I don't know how... So this got broke. Nameless sword, it's this one. So how am I going to break this one unbrokenly? I'm gonna leave it polished. I need the offset. Yeah, no, it literally will not go past this. And it leaves a line in between it. Ooh. Bug report. One moment. Fuller polish line has returned. Control V. And I need to grab Waves Messer again. Magic is hard. Yay. Hard to do this challenge. We've got around story mode. Story mode doesn't even give you much on the Masked King. Though he seems like an ominous figure. Waves Messer is right here. Open Waves Messer's old folder. So I have a lot of screenshots that show that this used to not be the case. That's a good enough one. Go over to pin Discord U. There was briefly no line between polished, fuller, and slant. We're gonna call that a minor polishing bug. It is literally a polishing bug. In this build. I will fill out that bug report more later. We'll get back to this. So that's disappointing. I can't do the Hamon I wanted to. Oh, where has chat gone? There's chat. Leave. Around 2 gray squares. So 1 gray square is 5 centimeters. And so 10. Ominous Regal loves red. Yeah. Definitely ominous. Perhaps possibly responsible for the end of the world? Heyo! So this bug has been reintroduced, and that is annoying. Yes, it is afternoon, 1:30 in my area. Or just about. That's annoying as foretold. Can I fake it even further? So what I could do is unpolish it. That's what we'll do. We'll do polish blade fuller negative, like negative 100%. And then, oh, look at that. It's eating into it. If I polish the blade, be blade flat, polish blade fuller. Can I just do polish blade fuller? Add a fuller. Fuller overrides side fuller. So if I want the Hamon, no, hold on. Oh, I could do it in silver. Either way. We're going to bring it up to flat. Yeah, okay, yeah. That overrides that. So we need to reverse those. But then we still have the issue. Let's try polishing the whole blade. Polish blade. Ooh, there we go. Okay, we can do something with that. We can do something with that. Because what we'll do is we'll put more filler on the back. And we'll hide this in thin lines. So we can make the hamon happen. I just need to take the side filler and double it. And we're going to off-center. Why is this one not showing up? This should be quite visible. Either way, we keep adding more. Hey, side filler. Rounded. Up. This is actually where the hammer comes really clutch. Options, hammer. So I need depth. There we go, look at that. Oh. Oh, too deep. There we go. Oh, we get a little shimmer right here. Because it's too much. What is... Okay, that's out. That's the center of the line there. And that's as close to flat as we're getting it. And goodbye, pelvic strongman yops. Yeah, what do you got? Show me. Oh yeah, here we go. Let's see. Grabbing this. Whoa. Leave. Take a look. We'll get back to the hamon. This is a reverse hamon. Which I might be able to do better if I do it in silver. What I would do for the map. Well, you have 3 days. So this is the highest craftsmanship. This is the... I've put every trick I know, every little twist, every finial. I am willing to give out tricks for this like candy. Oh, where... I thought I hit the leave button. It isn't leaving. There we go. I did not hit the leave button. Yeah, I'm willing to give out tricks for this like candy. On one condition. Any trick that I give... Ooh. Ooh. Oh, I see this. I see. This is not bad. I would, if you can... How do we do this? Ideally, you want these to be able to look like they're going to slot together. So you might want to take... I'm just going to use an emblem. Actually, I'm just going to use a rain guard for now. And I'm going to shrink it. We got a spot for it? Yeah, we got a spot for it right... That's not quite. Now. Can I do this one? Shrink and raise. I do bits like this. You can get this actually just off. Have this like poking up through the metal. But only in the flat. Like that. So that it overlaps this? That might be the thing. Dark Sister. Did I? I think I might have, but I forget the name. Did you send it to me? Oh, hold on. Oh, the, yeah, send me the words, just in case. Didn't do segment easing yet. Very good. I see. Yeah, that's how you do it. You start with something you already got, and you make it better, and then better, and then better. Look at Pommel Gem. Oh. Oh, is it one of the Tossa gems? Is it one of the... Ooh. That is interesting. Okay, that's cooking right there. I would add here. What's a good one for it? What's a really good one for it? Little cracks. Little drops. Little flecks. Probably not the right one. Let's do... You can make a river go alongside this. You? Where is it? There it is. Make a river go alongside this. You can detail the shit out of this. And this is the challenge to detail the shit out of. Hey. This is your anime moment. This is absolutely the time to cook to the max. Let's take a look at Ethel's, and then we'll take a look at Honker's. I like the transverse engraving. Actually, the fact that you've got the transverse engraving... Wait. I see. That's clever. You've got the transverse engraving going on the inside only. That's saving you a lot of time. That's some good shit. What do we got?
Let's take a look and see what Ethel is cooking.
And you believe that I'm not a voice actor? Ooh. Okay, no, you have my attention. You have my attention. What are these? Lion heads? Of course they're lion heads. Whenever there's a texture I don't know, it's a lion head. I'm just like, oh, okay. It's a little gloopy here. But I'm digging it. But something needs to happen. Actually, it's almost a little hard to look at. Which is good, but I feel like, again, more. Way more. This is interesting. Of course, we're getting a gem going, or something going on here. I always like how... This is one of my favorite parts of the Damascus texture. Which is otherwise not that great, but... The seam going down the middle, right? Add a second cross-section up to the top. Never stick with just one cross-section. Like, fullers don't go up that high. Fullers usually stop around here. And you get the rotation nodes for it. What are we doing on thickness? Thickness 0.3, little thin. Actually, very thin. But that shouldn't be too bad. Let's see. There's definitely there's work to do here, but you are cooking. This, it's not perfect. It's still gloopy. It's still distracting. Did you gnome tech this? You did. You absolute fucking lunatic. I see. I see. There's work to be done to make that slightly more even, slightly more uniform. But yeah, no, that is an interesting effect. I'm gonna try something with it. Give me a moment. I'll revert it. Give me a moment. Does that look better? I don't think it does. I think you're right with... Oof. It does something. The gold does pop, but the Damascus also pops. What about Damascus 2? Oh, Nope, none of that. I believe in you, Ethel. You're the one that's got the taste. Especially since the Blade's Rest. The Blade's Rest, you had one of the best ones in there. Honker, send it over. Did I miss yours, perchance? Yeah, send it over, Honker. Thank you. There we go. Good. Damascus one was definitely the right choice for all of these, though. Damascus 2 was just, Damascus 2 is, as you can see with the thing, it's so stark that you can mistake Damascus 1 for shadows. You can mistake it for loops. Oh, yes, but once you got a little bit of cooking done. Okay, I remember seeing this, and I remember exactly what I thought. I would not trust this cross card. The Quillins are a bit weedy. They're not... This is not enough here. Not nearly enough consideration. And this is the frame for your piece. Like, when you look down the blade is the blade. It is a path. In fact, you got the, like, you have the engraving doing so well. I would cover this little gap up. You have the engraving going so well here. There should be more or less, depending. Actually, I love these little circles. These little circles are great. They're not quite symmetric. Yeah, sorry. The engraving here is going great. This is your path. This is something you want someone to get, like a song. More or less, it depends. It is good as it is, but it's not perfectly filling out the space or sending a message. The blade is a song. Oh, I said it. God fucking damn it. That wasn't intentional. The blade is like a movie. You start at one part and you follow it. Yeah, I know. Damn it! It's a road. You start here and you have to carry your viewer on a journey down the blade, or up the blade, or like straight up and down, like across the blade. This is nice. It marks, like, it makes a bookmark, and I mean, maybe there could be something done with the tip, maybe not. That's entirely up to you, the artist. As it is, it's almost a hanging edge, an ellipsis, which is fine if that's what you're going for. Then the grip, obviously mostly covered by the hands, but when the sword is sheathed, this is what you see. This here. This is the edge. That's why when you get the fancy Suba, the fancy side goes down toward the handle, because that's the side you see when they're walking. It's also the part that doesn't get scratched up if it gets used. Torture 1.0, where the tip looks good, but the rest doesn't count. Yeah, no, well, Torture 1.0 honestly didn't have the... This is better engraving than Torture 1.0. Because it's starting to do things like, okay, look at this line here. The bevel separating the flat from the slant. Look at what you've done. You've got this sort of in and out pattern going along that edge. This edge is really what you're tracing. The center line is being occupied, sure, but everything has a center line. You can put a mirror up to anything and get a brand new center line. But playing with the bevels is now your new art. And the arrowhead, which is actually delightful, this is one of my favorite parts of what you've done, is ignoring it. And that's art, though. You can play, ignore, and hang. Again, like the engraving that just stops and then goes on for the blade. That means the blade speaks for itself if you do that, which again is fine. It's good, actually. It's not the only way you can take. I would also, I would sync these. And for this competition, you might want to do the back. But I would sync these so that they're not clipping up on top of this. Unless that's intentional, in which case, there's some shit you could do. What else? Yeah, so, yeah, and we come to the Quillins, and you look at the Quillins on... What's a good set of Quillins I've done? I'm not really good with Quillins for the most part. Ganjuga, a bit. You should. It's a 72-hour contest. This is for all the beans. This is the last chance before the playtest ends. What was a good set of Quillins I did? Not particularly good with Quillins. I mean, maybe one of the Tajik ones. Good set of Quillins? I guess it would have to be one of the Tajik ones. Hold on. Gonjuga, Vajra, Manenoga. Let's try, Dramgi? I want Dramgi? Kombinima. Let's do Kombinima. Kombinima has no Quillins. It's got a block made out of the blade. But I've got it so that when you look at it, it's a shape that you can hold on to, you understand it, and you can understand it differently from different angles. I've got it so that it works, and that it's its own art piece. It's not part of the path. It's not being covered up by your hand. It's not something that you now have to consider as sort of like an ambient piece versus a progressive piece. It's a static piece. Does that make sense? Okay, yeah, if you're gonna go all out, this is the competition to do it on. And this is the competition where you need to go, if you're gonna go all out, you're gonna go all out with the expectation that everyone else is going to. Yeah, that's sick. That's good. Especially if you can play with the mind. I've said before that... Oh, they fucked up my folder slightly. I've said before that the best song ever written is one that your audience already knows in their heart. And if you can still surprise them in that song, then you are the best songwriter ever. And that's going to change from person to person to culture to culture. But if you're able to take a blade and you do all your engraving on one side and you flip it over and you have something that either they didn't expect or the thing they did expect in a different way, yeah, that right there, you're cooking. That's cooking. Have it seem like there's gaps. Have it seem like it weaves through the sword. Have it seem like it comes out of the sword. People kind of forget that we can do... Oh god, where's Brother of Heaven? Heaven's Brother. Othnielia. Advaita. Not my best work. I did a better Advaita, and even then, Blue Vajra is still the best lightning I've ever done. I cannot match it, and that vexes me. Where is Heaven's Brother? It's probably looking for red. Is this Heaven's Brother? No, that's something else. Still use needing step points when things on. You could still do that. That is still a possibility. Kind of wish I had a search right now. I have 224 things that I've taken screenshots of. Sword of the Roving Star. Demon Moon. Heaven's Brother. Did I leave it on this side? I didn't. So one of the things that I had done for this one, which, let's see the hologram chain. I had the chain attached. Oh, no, fuck off. I had the chain attached to the hologram. Hey-o! We're gonna control Z out. As you can see, everything went fucky. I still hate that is dynamic and chaotic. Like, dynamic and random. Ugh. Dynamic and random sucks for engraving. That's one of the things I don't think people really appreciated when I submitted this. Or the three-tongued serpent. Oh, did they fuck it up? They did. Oh, no. That sucks. Oh, they're working on a patch for it. It's drawn back, is it? I have no idea what they did there. So, like, yeah, start playing with the elements. Start making them into more than you expect. That's the thing. You are taking a mind, you are showing it something, and then you're tricking it. You have to do something to trigger the novelty button in somebody's brain. That's all we need. We need that novelty button pressed over and over and over. Yeah, I'll take a look. Got the ravioli ass fucking magic words. Huh. There we go. Okay, actually, that's... Ooh. Okay, yeah, already better. Already better. I actually quite like that. It's not perfect, because it still looks like it'll catch and shit. Which, I mean, it will. Oh, God, no. Yeah, that's significantly better. There's something wrong about it, and I don't know what. But it is definitely better. By a lot. Even if it was just a twist. Also, interesting twist. I see, you matched it up to the hex. You might want to sync that so that seam's gone. Again, perfect, but... there's work to be done. See, like, this angle displeases me. This angle pleases me immensely. Maybe flip it in the same direction? Maybe. Maybe. I think the only reason this angle displeases me is that this, like, we have the two going to one. This is an arrow pointing this way, and it's off-center and out of whack. Which is fine, but, like, your eye tries to follow it, and it has a jolt down. And the same thing when you do it this way, which gives us very pleasing symmetry. And the fact that it is a complex pleasing symmetry is nice, but it's still... I don't know if you could follow this line more somehow, if you can make gold come along this edge and up this. It doesn't need to be gold. And then the same for, yes, this edge doesn't line up the same. Maybe this edge. So it'd be the same one? Maybe. There's cooking to do. The kitchen requires something. See what I mean? Like, this is now a different... This is now a different flow for the eye going this way. And this side ends up looking longer because of it, even though they're absolutely the same. But you are cooking. Yeah, you've got it. You're on the right track. Let's zip around the other side real quick. Huh. Oh, also, I think the small flamboyance might be a little much. Yeah, more to be done. Yeah, it's Mickey Mouse. And or it's that rat from Rocko's Modern Life. And yeah, having a combo piece is a good one, actually. You got the kit bashing done already, which is nice. Oh god. Mine? This was one I was doing yesterday for Moss. But it didn't work out as I wanted it to. So I gave up. Well, that's kind of neat. You can kind of transparent glass it. Ayo! What's up, Momo? Let's take a look at what you've got here, Ethel. Yeah, again, I'm going to be handing out tricks like candy. One of my favorite tricks that I want to hand out to people is tip finials. Which I did for somebody, and I forget what sword that was on. Oh, ooh. Oh, she cooking. Oh, she cooking. Almost a bit too regular. But she cooking. Oh. Oh, what are you doing? What is this? What are we... Am I going... If I scan this, is it going to end up being a barcode that leads me to the Mars website? For the fucking rover? That would be wild. That would be fucking wild. You're like, ah, yes, there's magic literally built into the barcode. Bladesong, pulled out your dagger. Dagger of Venom from 5e. We'll take a look in just a second. Oh. One of the big things to remember, they're probably going to do a video on this one. And it's going to be this, that's, you want the most cinematic blade. So dynamic art in static art, gonna work out for you. Dynamic elements in static art. Better way to put it. That kid from that Disney show? There's Finn from Adventure Time, which might be Cartoon Network. What the hell? Did I not? There we go. Copy. It's loading. Conure. I see what you're going for. I see where you're going for. It's almost a Blade of Mercy. Phineas and Ferb. Ha! I see. Well, it's not a bad shape. It's probably gonna... You're probably gonna try and break it there. It's also very thick. This is a centimeter thick. Which for a knife, not bad. Huh. Let me show you what I mean by tip finial. Let's see. What one did I put a tip finial on? So first, I did Othnielia. So it's after Othnielia. Kerwin's knife, Songbird? Might have been on Songbird. Yeah, on Songbird. So this is the Othnielia shape. This is the scepter head inverted with feathers. Not feathers, with God. Scepter head inverted with pommels going around. Feathers. Finials like this, little tiny details, are what's going to end up being like, ah, this sword has set itself apart. Also, the harder it is for the devs to see it, the more likely they are to add free cams. So add a few of those in. Scratches your brain in a poor way. Yeah. I understand. I understand. Now, this isn't the perfect finial. As well. There are better ways to have done this. But this is where all those flowers end up coming in handy. Working on Mr. General idea, but base isn't where I think would be best. Sometimes you just gotta go balls deep. Sometimes that's a decision that you can't make until you realize that it's definitely wrong. If you're not sure, keep fucking going. For this. Don't do that for other things. For a lot of other things, ask consent. I mean, Showboat. Showboat is the most basic ass sword. You need to be able to beat Showboat. Not the finial. The finial, yeah. You meant your own. I understood. I understood you meant your own. But then that also turned my mind to the finial itself as not being the best. Dwarf shell. Dwarf shell is another thing that could probably get you a good couple of points. Also, the dwarf shell helps reveal another technique that nobody talks about. Look at that. Nobody talks about this part of the dwarf shell. That beautiful diamond pattern. There's a lot of shit that you can do by just repeating things over and over. I quite like this sword, actually. I was happy with this one. It was simple, took me like 20 seconds, but... Actually, longer than 20 seconds, because it took me like 5 minutes to pick the right pommel. What was another thing we have? We still don't have... Oh, God, yeah, they broke this, which was annoying. See, the pattern shows up on full polish, which it shouldn't. This is not in keeping with the rest of the game. And that is different to the previous version of Enchanted Steel. Also, the fullers are off. They're not what they used to be. Look, they're all slightly off-center and squat. No one's done anything with the checker part yet. So that's something to do. Not checker. No, broken polygons. No one's done anything with the broken polygons. The broken normals. What other ideas can we throw out? Moonsword was a good sword. It became Astrolabe after. I don't think anyone's touched anything having to do with reflections in Scrying Light. There's Scrying Light. Perfect. Scrying Light's fucking insane. Like... It is a cheap trick when you zoom in. But in turn, like, standing out like this, you're like, oh god, the fuck is happening here? Yeah, like, transparency going on. It is, in fact, again, a cheap trick. But it's so good of a cheap trick. As soon as you back out, you're like, is that? What have you fucking done? Also, clever use of chromium. What else can we throw out as inspiration? There's still a lot of colors that haven't been used. Where's the library? It's not the transverse engraving library, it's the other one. There's the transverse engraving library. Where's the color library? So just past it. Picnic, Crackett's Tooth, Tetsu no Sanjin, Advaita 2. Was it you? Where the hell? Kite, Son of the Threat Protector Fulfilled. One of these fuckers has all of the colors you can make in Bladesong, and a lot of them haven't been used yet. Where the fuck is that? Let's check the transverse engraving library. It's not here, because this is only the main spectrum. Search bar into the sword list? Yeah. I agree. Especially at this size. I have 224 swords that I've taken screenshots of, and everything you don't see a label on is something you haven't taken a screenshot of. So, all of these are mostly other people's stuff. I was gonna do Rivertown. Right. Looks like it's extra broken now with the new fuller system. A lot of your old swords might be slightly fucked up, because the fullers got changed. They are proceeding to write a script, so don't go change them. Let's see. Nameless Sword. Whose move was it? Tayaha. Is it you? This is that opaline engraving on Darkwood, which also hasn't been used yet. Right next to the one I was just on, right next to... Hold on a second. Yeah, I'll take a look. Just a moment. The one I was just on, it could be a lot. I was down here. There's Opal. Cursed Banishing Sword. There's Cursed Filled Sword was the one I was on as well. Transverse Engraving Primary. Light Rapier, Nameless Sword. Nameless Sword, Taiaha, Nameless Sword. So it should be around here somewhere then. Unless it was next to Curse Filled Sword. Give me a moment. Bordering a load of ones with screenshots. So that's the Transverse Engraving Library. Oh, bordering a load with screenshots. Yeah. Hide your sword, Son of the Protector fulfilled. Black Death, Side Sword, Change of Path, Crowning Glory, Nameless Sword. Nameless Sword, Nameless... oh. No, Clamshell. You could find it for me. Find me the name of one of those screenshotted swords, and I'll find it. Again, the Transverse Engraving. Let's run a bunch of these then. Opal Crown. Color Library. Ah, got it. Good, thank you. This is the Color Library. This is the full range of colors you have in Bladesong, including the pastels, which nobody has used yet. Some of these are triples. Like the further up ones are triples, and most of the triples just get washed out, which is why you see the white, but they're not all the same. See how this one's slightly yellow and this one's slightly white? So a slight bit of green on it. The lightest hint of mint. Need to take that picture, don't I? Screenshot. Here? Here. Screenshot. Thank you very much, Momo. Now, yeah, that's a lot of things that people haven't touched yet. Also, look at that beautiful green to blue pastel on unpolished obsidian. Yeah. Let's take a look at what you've got, Honker. Leave. Let us take a look. You're gonna play the Bladesong theme on? Okay, now this, honestly, leave the arrow with a border around it. This is too much. If this was up a bit, sure. But don't... all you're doing is disrupting this element, right? And that's what makes these stand out. You have almost an accordion structure as well. But this breaks that accordion structure. Does that make sense? Is that the only change? That's the only change so far. Oh, right, the Quillins. Now, the Quillins are more pleasing. Let's see, let's get some angles on them. Matched, so they're just symmetrical now. And offset up toward the camera. There's something you could do with that, but I'm not quite sure what. I think it was more artistic the other way, even if this is more pleasing to the eye. If you could find some medium between them, some way to include the elements. Almost looks like wings and or spider legs. One of the swords that you have to compete with for engraving is the original Joshua's sword from like the first playtest competition. It's in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, good. Good. It is a blade, and as cheeky as I want to be, oh god, I got like fucking... One moment. Yeah, no, it is a blade. If I was clever and more powerful, I would make the Daywalker vampire from the movies. You know, Blade. Who pinges me and why? That's hilarious. Some of these people have their names obscured. Yeah, no, sorry, Toss, I ain't got shit. I'm looking for dev news. I'm looking for the exact announcement. So, all who live in toil and Aaron keep are ants beneath the masked king's empty gaze. What does this tell us? Is it megalomania, or is it simply a statement of power? Why does the masked king labor if all are ants beneath him? Right? His power keeps them safe. For what purpose? Why? His blade strikes down treachery the moment it curdles. For what purpose? Why? Like, what treachery rises against him? Faceless, nameless, voiceless, he ascended from nothing, and nothing is his equal. Question him not. And too bad, sir. I'm going to question you. We have a jagged, asymmetric crown. We have gold plates. We don't have any jewels. No jewels. We have a brooch, and we have the shoulder pads, the pauldrons, I forget what they're called, that are straight, other than the edges, which are quite jagged. They do look like they're intended to be symmetric in their jaggedness. And then he's got the spikes going up. What is he trying to evoke sun imagery? He also has what looks like it's rather long, so it might be ermine, but it's gray, so it might be wolf pelt. Yeah. He's got the black cowl, the red masks the red, not mask, the red matches the red. High cheekbones, delicate features, and an unconcerned gaze. So he's leaning into regal imagery. We can barely see. He's got boots with the fur. Or is that... No, that's the trim. That's the trim of his robe is gold. Gold dangly bits. Right. Right. He's also got a sort of plate in front of him. Weird. Piewing reminiscent of the cloak. Oh, you can indeed do that. So it very much looks like there's a stylistic tie through. Oh, hey, shit! We got a new emote. We got a new emote. It's the Masked King. Ooh. All right. So with that in mind, what do we make for him? Look at all the swords that have been sent to me. I gotta start deleting this shit. Oh. I'm guessing the dragon blood might end up being a choice for the art that the devs gave us, but we do have to remember this is for the people. I gotta trim the shit out of these. This is my knife. Nope. In fact, I deleted my work from earlier. That's fine. So what am I going to throw together? The start is always the hard part for me. I'm either the best starter or the worst starter. Sad trauma. With the fur. We gotta make the apple bottom jeans. What are we going to do? What's my length? Looks like he's slightly tall. Let's assume he's tall. So we'll go above 80 centimeters. Less is more kind of blade. It can be a fool's errand. It can be the winning bet. He is as ostentatious as it looks like he can be. To a degree, there's a certain unrefined edge to it. And I think a way to describe that is the Masked King's style is to Regal's style as Rithan Hilt's metal is to metal in general. So if you listen to Mountain, which is by the devs, you can hear what their tastes are. But on top of that, that doesn't matter. It's good to draw inspiration from. But the Masked King isn't the one voting. Unless he is. That'll be a twist. Bring down a little bit. Let's add width. How wide can we make this sword? I could do the Ikakalaka. I do like the Ikakalaka tip. It's kind of a crutch for me. Full camp? Yes, good. Absolutely. 100%. Yes. But also fine details. Fine details. Like, you need to speak to a lover at night without waking someone nearby. Small bits added where they need to be. Does that make sense? What we're trying to get is a feeling of delicateness and purpose, while also embracing this is not a this is an instrument built for separating men from their fluids, and not the fun ones, the unfun ones. Yeah, there you go. I wonder if they're going to do something a little clever with this. This is very broad. Ah! I think I know what I want to do here. I want to change width. I'm actually going to go back to sliders for this. Oh, fuck. I'm too close. There we go. I'm gonna do a bit of this. Bring it down to 3? No, we're gonna make it wider. Gonna make it so much wider. Change width. And then we're gonna blend it again. Inscription theming is gonna be the winged serpent. Awesome feathery cloak. Yes, agreed. Then I put this on here. How do I... 2 different engraving groups? Yes, good. And also try to remember, so you have the winding over the side bevel, the sort of like sine wave, rough theme going over the side bevel. And you also have the accordion structure on the symmetrical as a whole. Try and keep that. Try and separate key elements like the arrow on yours, Honker. Yes, oh my god, everyone wants feathers, everyone wants leaves. I get it. I am with you. I am part of this. Do I want to do a little bit of, just a little tiny bit of flamboyance? You know, it's just there. Flamboyance medium, maybe? Here. Too much. Way too much. Wait, what does flamboyance look like on a bevel, on a twist like that? Can I... Ooh, 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 delete. Is flamboyance one small actually going to make a difference for once? Oh. 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 Oh, we got blends. Fuck that. Get the blends out. We'll deal with that later. Whoa. That might be it. That might be the way to go. Let's ease it off. And then ease in with flamboyance 1 medium. Oh. Let's see.
Please drink some water, you thirsty
How
bitch.
dare you tell me to drink water? Tiny little skull for enrichment. Yeah, we need more emblems. The lion emblem probably matters, actually, for this one. Do we know if everything we have now will all be the base game? The idea is that it will be. They're doing a lot of effort to not ruin swords for a game that wouldn't have. There we go. Is that the way to do it? Blend out. Is that too much? I think that might be too much. Oh, here's a twist, by the way. I don't know if you know this. You can stack flamboyance to get weird effects. Somebody made a heartbeat this way. No, that's too much. I think I'm going to delete flamboyance 2. Bring down flamboyance... Or flamboyance 1, rather. Small. We're going to bring this up a bit. Wiggle it. And I'm also going to put a blend on the change thickness. So we're going for the Tajik hilt. Which means we're going to be using side fullers. Side fullers. I want rounded. I've never found smooth to be particularly useful. Why are you going weird? I want the offset. That's why. I want the offset to be width fine. Offset to be out the fucking wazoo. This is where the hammers also matter. Right, cross section. So I kind of want... We'll put this down here. I kind of want these to erupt. So how would I do that? Would I take off the cross-section off this section entirely? And blend it in? Yeah, absolutely. Oh god, yeah, I am going to dehydrate if I don't hydrate. Holy shit. Ah! Thank you for reminding me. Yeah, they're doing a lot of effort to save things that would be pointless if they weren't going to keep them in the game. Let's try another fuller. I'm gonna need the rounded fuller. Can I do a trick? I think I could do a trick here. I'm going to grab another side fuller. That's fuller. We need another side fuller. See right there? See that fucking blend? I think that's gonna be our friend. That's our offset. If we bring that... We can bring that out, even. Ooh. If we bring that out and we bring the other one in, what does it look like? That might be cooking. That might be... Ooh! Yeah, that's turning into wings. So what we'll also get... This is going to be a weird feature of blending fullers for this type of... You winged it! And that's why it didn't pop. Oh, that's fine. All you have to remember is thin, wide, thin, wide. I also don't think the Mickey Mouse ear thing is quite a good part of the design. I think it looks globby, where the rest of it looks elegant and refined, sharp. The globby can work, but I don't think it works in the same piece, per se. Final message. If the intention was to keep all we have. Oh yes, God, there will be more added on release that is in the playlist. So much more. I don't know what those things are, but they've hinted at a bunch. You can actually see some of the pommels that we will be getting in one of their more recent icons, I think, for one of their videos. Tassa pointed it out. Now, what can we do? So we'll take another fuller rounded. We'll put this one all the way down to the end, and the reason we're putting this one all the way down to the end is that I'm going to take up this entire section with width. It almost looks like wings now. So if I take the depth and bring it down, this is an interesting thing. The corners of each of the main polygons are always connected to the center. So if I were to somehow undercut this, there's one here, which you can see, one up here, one over here, and two over here. And they will always lead to the center, marking the edge of each of the divisions of the blade. They are tied in directly, and it's a little bit of a shame that we have this 1 pixel gap making this design not flow perfectly. And hopefully they fix that. Now, hold on, I want to... Is that looking good? Not quite. So it's looking okay. I want to do more. Honestly, I would love to be able to turn these into forks, but I don't think I can. Yeah, I don't think I can. Unless I do some gnome tech shenanigans here, which I might. What can I do with this edge? I could probably polish edge here, just the edge. What does that look like? Not big enough. Oh no, that is the edge. That whole polygon is the edge. Oh, what a wonderful day. Because that means we can blend out of... Oh. Can blend into something. Actually, that's a thing we could do. We can get rid of... If we put engraving on the side, it will get rid of its depth, which is really weird. Right, because... Wait, are they... No, that doesn't make any sense. But does it? Wait, hold on. I need to check something really stupid. Really stupid. So, this thing has its usual bumps and imperfections that most people hate. Until you get to the perfect middle, I think? Oh no, looks like they fixed it. Oh. Oh, that's cool. Only going up one way. Why? That shouldn't be doing that. I mean, that's a thing. Well, okay, I'll leave that there. We'll keep that considered. This is this one only. This one flows straight across. Look at that. Look at that crazy shit in the back. Ah, yes. Maybe I could do that. Maybe I could make another sequel to Checker. I want to send a threat to a monarch in the form of a sword, where the sword itself isn't the threat. How do I do that? Hourglass shape at the bottom goes really hard. Yay. Thank you. As unfortunately, it is also something I can't get rid of, which there are many times where I've wanted to. If you were to build a sword that had that, I mean, it would be there. Can't get rid of it. Actually, it would be really hard to get this because the fuller can't be angled differently. It's always a rounded fuller. Now, how do I get a couple of ideas going? We'll start with this one. I actually really like that fucking chevron thing I got going on there. We're gonna keep that. I like this, though. Bark or the time for guillotines? Tempting. I don't know enough about the lore. Made a few changes. I will look at your changes momentarily. I don't know enough about the lore, but as usual with me, I want to break perceptions, shatter traditions. And I want people to see reality for what it is, which is a load of fuck. Oh, I actually really like... Hold on. That's a cool-ass little whale tail divot here. Let me see if I can mark it for y'all. You just... This little section here. What goes this way? Kind of a cool little thing. A little saddle valley. Ah. I think I know where I'm going with this. Well, like this here? The little fucking gems from the facets? Do enchanted? Is enchanted the right way to go? Blade material. Ooh, that did go pretty fucking hard, though. Holy shit! Alright, yeah. That's a way to do it. Sorry, I kind of fucking forgot that I'd polished this. So when I looked down, I was like, why is it glowing? Nothing special, sorry to get your hopes up, people. But like, shit, yeah, I guess I could do that, can't I? Oh, wait. Change thickness. It is thickness, right? Yeah, change thickness. We're going to put that change thickness. This is going to be the thinnest applied ability I think I've ever put in. With an intent for an effect. I need to make it wider. And to make it wider, I can't see. Oh, hey, that's how you get rid of the thing. But also, can I take out this... Oh, what the fuck? Oh. You know what? I'll consider it. What if I... That's the blend this way. If I hit the blend this way. Oh! Right. We need that blend to specifically not be there. Ooh. Ooh! Disgusting. Oh, God, I love it. Can I back that off a bit? Can I... Because that's functionally a fuller at this point. I have not thought of a transverse fuller until this very second. Ugh. Okay, we're gonna take these out. Take the blends out. Okay. Posture check. Yeah, fuck you. How dare you be right? How dare. If I take this back... Oh, what do my shapes look like? I see. Wait. Okay, they do look different. What's this blend look like? This blend is this one here. I leave this to that. I can get a butterfly effect going. That looks better than just the hourglass. PC wasn't happy. What was the thing I mentioned earlier with engraving Darkwood? Oh yeah, the guillotine. Not guillotine, fuck's sakes. The opaline structure. If you transverse engrave, I need to name this sword. But I'll do that in a minute. No one's really done much with it, but one of the coolest engraving textures we have, right here, is dark wood. Which, if you've got a better PC than I am, then you get the rendering better. But especially if you have... I think I've only got the one. See if right on the edge there? You get that labradorite blue cyan green. This is underutilized right here. Oh, is there a... Oh, that's the balance. This is heavily underutilized right here. That was the thing. That was going to be a wizard staff. Mom, Adam's doing weird shit. Niram's doing weird shit again. So I saw again and Niram, and I was like, ah, Adam. And that's a call out to, oh god, YTV, 1997-ish. What's your thing? My thing's bugs. I like sound effects. Here's a T-Rex. Mom, Aiden cut me in half again. Oh, god, that's some shit. Wait, am I changing the pattern on the back with the blend from the change thickness? I'm gonna up the polish slightly. Polish... Actually, I'm curious. Oh, aha, I see. I see. That's cool. How deep does that go? Wait, I could do polish side fuller. How deep does that go? That goes deep. But does it go deep this way? What is this to us? Does it just cross over? Polish fuller. Okay, yeah, just... Oh, that's the whole thing. Okay, that's a bit disappointing. I don't necessarily want to be purple. Purple is associated with royalty as an Irish tradition. And I don't like monarchy. So that's just the whole saddle. Which, if I do... Let's change thickness 100%. We don't need 100. Ah, shit. We're gonna need the fucking hammers for this. Oh no. Okay, I see. Leave that up for a moment, because I am going to use it. So what I might do... Oh, that is something I can do. I can do... Where's that fuller? Go back to sliders. Main fuller. And we're going to take this main fuller and we're going to walk it back. That didn't work. Why did it not work? That's you, that's why. We're going to leave it like 2 polygons. There we go. And then we're going to add another fuller around it. And we're going to make this one sharper. These fullers will move heaven and earth to link together, which is important. So I leave this like that. I leave that, and now I make the... Where's the side fullers? These last bits of side fuller. Is that it? That's the right one. I move these back. Oh! We are getting some shit going on. We're getting some fucking origami. If I polish the central fullers. You could see some of the origami we're getting going on. Sword got me. I could take this piece of paper and fold it into a sword and give it to you, and you'll like it more than the others because it's lighter, and it doesn't take up as much of your day, and if you fucking sneeze, it's better than not having anything. Or, I could take a piece of reality, bend it over until it cries, and then when it thanks me, I'll give it to you. That's the arrangement. Oh, yeah. Yeah, like I told you, the original Torture 2.0 was doing pretty good. There's more that can be done. You need to impress everybody with a 72-hour time span. This is all the stops out. There's no time for half-assing, says the guy who's absolutely half-assing so many things right now. You have no idea. You have no idea. Oh, here's where the cool stuff comes in. If I polish the side fuller. See that glow? This is the origami. And why is that side fuller going all the way down? Is this actually going all the way down? It is. Oh, that one pulled up. I have side fullers here that go all the way down. So if I pull that one back up to about here, and add another side fuller. Bring this all the way down to the last little bits. Oh, fuck off. Right there. Hey. Oh no. Okay, I can do this. I can, how do I get the width? Gotcha. Can lower that one down. Turn those into wings then. Might need to catch. Oh god, it's not even on the screen anymore. So the width measurement is over here, and not in line with these. Here we go. I can do that. What about the offset? Oh, can I touch the offset? Turn that into a point. What about the depth? How do I do the depth? What do I want to do with the depth? Whee! Uh-huh! Oh, good Bladesong. Watch as it gradually changes from a rather ornate-looking but shallow edge to, whatever the fuck this is. There's a moment where it doesn't really have a fuller. Where? Right there. This one polygon, it doesn't have a fuller. No time for half-ass. Do a new Pie-Wing framework. Yeah. But if it doesn't work, then it didn't work. There's no amount of I did my best, why didn't it do better, is gonna be a good time here. Ooh, that almost looks like folded silk. I don't even know how much of this I'm keeping. I'm in fucking, like, Neverland with this design right now. We'll leave the polished blade edge. That was this. This was the one where it started getting weird. Remember, like, everyone is bringing their A game. Well, almost everyone's bringing their A game. White glow texture at unpolished plus the obsidian texture that make for good feathers and ridges. That's an excellent fucking question. Let me grab Tail of Karkek for a moment. We're gonna pop this up. Oh, we're having some trouble. I have to turn on the fan. Oh yeah, blasting out that delicious 30-degree air. Hold on, what was it? White glow texture at minimum polish. P. Let's get it like this is minimum polish. Hold on. Control is a shift. Yeah, this is minimum polish. This is just above minimum polish. And I think just above minimum polish is going to do you better. More obsidian than unpolished white glow. So what we'll do... We'll throw a head to Cianora? No. I need a backward one. We need the Oakshot Type T. A little bit of the old Damask. Oh, it's sideways! Damn it. Is there a way to rotate the texture? I think there might... No, not for these, there isn't. Wire wrap. Gonna need another Oakshot Type T! And we're also going to grab unpolished obsidian. What does polished white wrap or rope wrap look like? Ooh. Look, actually. All of these are options, and actually using all of them might be good. Oh, if you're going for black feathers, then obviously you'd... I might use a big all of these. Yeah. What else would we have? One of the rusts, maybe? Hold on a sec. We got more. Hold on a moment. Oh, right. There is no ice. Wait, yeah. Why is Tail of Karkek ice not a thing? Come on. Ah, I forgot about that. That's wire wrap. Wire wrap gold. What's the other one? We can do dark timber. And with this, let me do a sneak here. We're gonna grab a head of Cianora. Is the right way? No, I actually need to... Irony, I need to invert the head of Cianora. Because it has 2 forward-facing points, so we'll just use cubes. Just use a cube here for now. Nope, not that way. Got it. So that way, that one's still going up. We're gonna grab a dot. Do we want a dot? Let's try something. Where's the dot? We'll start with the dot. Let me try something here. I'm gonna cook. I'm just going around the other kitchens being like, hey, do you want to try this new thing I call oregano? That's not bad. Let's try... will that work? That'll do a little bit, but that'll mostly just highlight that. If you're willing to have overlap, I mean, that's there. let's go up another layer. Oh. We're cooked. Here we go. Leave you here for a moment. I gotta try something, actually. And it's this one, specifically, I want to put on. Can we... Wait, can we... No. Well, let's do burnished. Will it do obsidian? Will obsidian engraving actually do anything transverse? I don't think it does anything transverse that way, but if I... Where's the nail? Nail? That's why we have the nail. The nail exists for this purpose. Alright? Slight move. Pick up. Control Z. Put down. We're going to shift click. Put you on there. And I'm going to take off the engravings on this side. So this is vertical transverse engraving, which works quite well. We'll leave the patch on so you can see it. What I'm then going to take is I'm going to do horizontal transverse engraving, which I'm going to use obsidian for. Which, you see, doesn't work on vertical. Not that you get like a little bit of aliasing happening. At most, if you do vertical. But if you do it sideways, you get that. And in fact, if I throw on ivory on this, that's what your horizontal transverse engraving will get you. Let's see. We're going to move the nail. Oh, leave you vertical. Should be right here. Here we go. I have enough room for another one down here. Just to like round it out a bit. Let's have it going across so we can actually see it. There we go. Alright, let's take a look, see what you got. Oh, actually, hold on. I got like one or two more of these. Pick up. Oh no, shit, no, you go down. We need nail. Nail move. Pick up, Control Z. See the nail moves back? Most important thing. That's horizontal engraving. There's a thing we can do with white there at low polish. So you can get more feathery striations here if you're going that way with it, right? There's one more. Actually, you can kind of see it on this, on the white. If I jack it up. We'll do it properly. Can't quite see because it's not part of the sword. But you can see there's like all these little facets. That hasn't been used yet. Let's take a king sword. Which is a pun. It can mean king's word. Haha. Ha. A little bit of blueberry bread and peanut butter. Because I'm a goblin. It's loading. Paste. Conure. Getting more water. Hold on. This is better. I still think you should keep this arrowhead isolated. These, like, balls, like butt. I don't like that personally. But if you change anything here, this looks better. Like this. I don't like this part. Ah, see? Just not quite. But this here, this gap is what I'm looking for. Thank you. Let's see. I was expecting improvement, so I saw improvement, but there was not. Let's see if this is better. That is better. Maybe the continuity kept here, but... no. Can you possibly, or rather I would suggest, I'm just gonna do it. Extend part of the design down this way. You'll see what I mean in a second. Hopefully I get the point across. See how now it's plugged in without being touched? Does that make sense? Having it open means that now what you really are showing is this gap. You're saying this gap is important. But this now, you plug it in. So it's no longer discontinuous design, and the negative space is itself part of your paintbrush. Baller. However you want to do it. Because there's like, you do have a good style starting to go on. Try... When you're thinking of your mind's eye, when you're thinking of, well, when you think of your eye in general, if I had an eye tracker right now, when I'm talking about the accordion structure, this flowing down to itself, you don't want it to flow outward, because that means that you're really painting this. There we go. Hold on, let me do this. In fact, what you're really doing is more this. This is what the eye is really doing. And that doesn't look as good. I'm gonna do that in a few places where I can show you. Like this here is this angle. But then it does this. Which is like, okay, why did I go up here? This arrowhead, so nice and clean. This right here, nice and clean. Because you get trapped. You come back out. This isn't a trap. You just kind of angle yourself back down. Unless you were making this the negative space. Does that change the Mickey ears? Also good. I think you want to think of the black space as a place you could sail a canoe in. And you don't want to have like, oh, that's a place I could explore. No, make them explore it. Make them be like, da-da-da-da-da. Oh, I gotta go up this way. Oh, no. I'm gonna have to squeeze around. Same thing in the internals, but that's a different... It's like, this is good. Whatever you got going on here is good. This shouldn't be the main good. Especially this little heart shape. This is I like this. Oh, you got a little bit of clipping here as well. I am not a professional engraver by any means, to be clear. Let's take a look at what Ethel just sent. But if you're going to stand on your engraving, you gotta fucking nail it. No one should be able to find complaint, or they'll have to look really hard. Don't have a grip, so I'm doing my grid. Yeah. No, that's fine. I get Jesus. I don't know if I like the jagged diamond pattern. It is nice, but I don't know if I like it. This thing on the front's cool. It's a little broad, though. I don't know. Ooh. Okay, the reinforced tip is nice. Oh. That is a shape. I like that. Kind of gives me a starship vibe. But wait. There's a sin that could have happened here. Okay, you're good. Wait, what? Oh, they're off the tip entirely. Okay. matters less then. Alright, tip good. More work to be done. I don't know if... Hold on. The fuck is it? Right there. Oh. It does pop. Can't figure out how to call the ring. Dragon blood with engravings. Maybe. Almost. If we had a green metal, that would be fucking perfect. Because, like, look at that. Them's vines. Actually, there's more of a Sword of the Forest thing. I don't know. Not quite feeling the enchanted red. Also, more work to be done on the pommel, but I know this is the very beginning. Oh, what is this? What are we looking at here? Is this a seam on the king's sword? Green would be so good. Oh, God. Why do they not? Why do they tease us so? Rope wrap. Was it... One of the leathers is, like, decent. Cow leather. Just gonna bore this for a second. There's an enchanted green. True. Yeah! Have a good one! Stop by again, honker. Oh. Okay, it does get a little bit of shine. Hold on, what's the minimum? Right around there. There's a lot that happens when you go from nothing to minimum on these polishes. Like, that contrast just goes from dead to poppin'. Snake scales do look good. Ugh. I think there's much to be done there.
Let's go back to doing the one I was doing.
Wait. Wrong key. Kingsword. Just had a tiny little anxiety thing. Oh, does it have to do with the fact that the temperature's going up like a motherfucker? Hold on a minute, folks. I'll just let the 23-degree air come in. Alright, we can get rid of this now. Shit. It's not on a secondary hard point. I gotta do it manually. I still got, like, shit down here, don't I? No? We're good. Ooh, that's a cool effect. Alright, so as I was saying... I don't want purple as my default. It is doing a lot of work for the pop, and I think it has to be an enchanted to get that. Ooh, that does look not bad, though. What else do I get if I do this? Yes, polished rope. Oh, what was that? It was gold wrap? Wire wrap gold? What does that look like when it polishes? Polish blade edge. We're gonna throw another polish center. Throw a polish slant in. Oh, not a polish slant. I need polish blade fuller. So we can see what it looks like. What for it means. What else we got? Ooh. Oh, lag. Dark wood. They could have done better with the woods, I think. Oh, that's weird. That is almost unnerving, actually. Just looks greasy. All the leathers are like that. Oh, wait. Yep. That's literally just leather polish. Alright. Wait, go back one? No. Not doing what I need it. Oh, what if the Masked King's blade isn't a blade for the Masked King himself, but his right hand? I am lagging the fuck out right now. What the fuck is happening? Not even doing that much. Oh. Hold on, do I have something opening that's doing it? Oh, you know what it is? People are sending me messages. Hold on a moment. Need to... D&D... Giving out medical advice like a good person who's not a medical practitioner. Practitioner of the medical arts or sciences. That's kind of there. Ooh. That's actually pretty fucking good. We'll put that in our back pocket. Brain surgery is more of an art than a science. Ooh. Ooh. I think, what is this, red rust? Dark rust. Dark rust is, slept on a bit. Red rust. Not quite doing it for me. Not quite. Why is this not, like, practically glowing here? That's blade side? Polished blade edge, 100%. Okay, yeah, that is as red as it gets. Okay. What is this, chromium? There's literally no difference. I cannot see a difference between the polished and unpolished. Copper, though. Ooh. Oh, does the blade edge stop here? Oh? Is that the cross-section? Is that because I pulled the cross-section back? No, that can't be. There's no cross-section there. Cross-section's back here. What is happening here? If I pull the cross-section back, we get some weird shit happening. Oop. Because that is the whole edge. Okay, yeah, we're just going to Control Z. And I'm going to go back to figuring out a thing. Ooh, bronze, though. Bronze is slept on. Is this gold? Scratched to shit. Brass. Maybe. The gold doesn't pop on it like I'd like. Pops a little bit. But, no thank you. No thank you. Blued steel's a classic. On the green for a moment. What do I think of the WIP, the work progress wing segment? Got that Oko Asia. Hit him with the old Venamion Tamilium Neuroruccio. Just saying. Slap the magic words down. Let's take a look. Okay, that's not bad. Ooh. Yes, and. Was it you who did the hate mace? Someone did the hate mace last time. And if there's a way to get it leaking out, like, don't stop it here. Let it flow. Let it drip. Let the sword be more than a bit. The wing part, I would not use that as is. Your hand goes here, right? So this is just pointing into your wrist. That was one of the things that was a failure, was the hate mace. So what they did with the hate mace, they used round studs. Flat round studs? Flat rounds. And they did this. So if we get to the right angle. This has got to be the right angle. Got to be... Yeah. So we're going to actually control-click U. And then they followed that up. Was it obsidian? Or was it just lower polish? Might have been obsidian. I think they did it in obsidian. And they did this along the sides. And when you looked at it, you're like, oh. The wing is there while you build it. You get it moved later. Make sure you mark your key. Your keystone, your anchor block. Oh, that's as far back as that goes. Oh. We're going to move this off the edge. Dud. Yeah, figure out what your center is, and make sure you're following the thing. Can we lift the whole thing up? Oh. Which one is it? Is it this one? Yes, okay, good. You did the right thing. This is a fantastic design. I love this. I think there's... Have you ever looked up Pawa? Abalone shell. Ooh, actually, that looks really good. What have we got done here? I like this. Mixing up these, I like that a lot. Hold on. Let's see if I can bring it up. One moment. I gotta bring a picture. Ammonite. Is Ammonite the right one I'm thinking of? Yes. Give me a moment. Almost. You'll see what I mean in a second. I gotta get this tab out so I'm not showing you the rest of the shit that I have. We're going to go sources, add a source, window capture. Okay. This specific one. Here we go. I'm going to move that back. What's this button? Control down. Control down, down. There we go. So, The wing that you're doing has reminded me from the beginning of some of these ammonites. Keep doing what you're doing with the wing, but just remember that this is a technique that is, like, within your specific arsenal. Hold on, let's try Google. Images. This is the sort of shit. Oh. Iridescent. It's not pearlescent, it's iridescent. You get one of the finely demarked ones. There we go. This is what your technique is reminding me of. Yeah, there you go. That's the fire shit. Iridescent shell. This is. I have one of these in my possession. Actually, a rather large one, because they're off our coast. They don't come in very often. In fact, that looks almost identical. It looks a little too identical to mine, actually. Okay, it is different, but still. Yeah, rainbow shells. Good stuff. We'll close that out. We'll kill that source. Remove window capture. Yes, just in case it picks up something else. Yaws. Now the crackly bits. They do look good. Do they fail at any point? That V is a little weird. Not super weird, though. You got a couple spots where it's just Lagos, isn't it? Yeah. You got a couple of Lagos vibing out. This is really good up here. This little spot. This is solid. So, until you look close, but everything falls apart when you look close. Hey! Oh, there you go. Yeah, you got it. Is there a plug that you can make for it? What would that be? Would it just be the back end of this? Oh, oh god, no, the gnome tech! I forgot! Oh, you poor fool. Alright. That's good. That's real good. Let's see. Crimson Serpent Kingsword. I like that so much. It'd be great if I could actually keep it there. But I don't want to just copy Rainmaker's Amethyst. What would Niram the Mad do? This is not a constitutional monarchy, and he doesn't teach people magic, which is a problem. What would the character do? You have to give him a gift that's objectively good. Something alchemical, maybe. I'm gonna move the fullers back. We're gonna play around with the fullers more. Oh, that does kind of look cool, though. Go back a tiny bit, and we're going to do the change thickness on just the very edge. No blend. blend this way. Yeah, okay, so we'll use... If we do this... Oh, hold on. Take that blend off. So we get rid of that, mostly. If we do this, then we have these mountains framing this. So whatever we do with the hill... Which, again, I like this a lot. Whatever we do with the hill needs to fill that gap. This was a much smaller sword than I was thinking I'd made. Alright, so if we put a block... What block would I use? Sleek? Sleek does look pretty intimidating. Can we throw a clover? Ooh, maybe though. Maybe. If I make that pop. How do I make this pop? Whoa. Ooh. Shit. That might be good. That might be good. Where's copper? Where's copper gone? Also, why was I was picking up? It was picking up the fucking... Right, copper engravings are like weird red. That is so... That's copper on copper. Polish. Let's put the polish all the way up. If I... What's a good color for this? I mean yellow. I might be thinking. Whoa. Ooh. Oh, that orange. That red. Okay, that red. Okay, what do you look like with the other one? Not nearly as good. How do I perfect you? Environment. So what I can do is I can position it to get a sunrise going. If I change up the fuller in the center and then rotate it around like this. So if I go add fuller rounded, we're gonna put like a bump in the whole thing here. Here. I might do the checker vibe again. So I want to occlude these be ironically even less deep. That's as high as it goes. Shit. So I want to look, if I do troll, where's the spot where it's occluded fully? That's not good. Make it wider. I can't make it taller. Why can't I make that taller? Because it's got a change thickness on it. We're going to... That makes it smaller, but I need to not look through. I need an angle. Okay, I'm gonna need to delete the fuller. And I'm going to want to change thickness here. Let's just humor me for a moment. Say I come up like this. So I block this and then I run along. I need this to be quite a bit higher for that to work. I could do it with the pommel. Do it the other way. But it doesn't have the river. So I need to block it. How do I block it? With the quillins?
we got sleek, so we do straight twister. Come on, let's be real. Someone did do a checker twist at the Ren Fair, which was pog as fuck. Why are you? Oh, you're twisted that way. I see. Oh, can I erupt then? Am I erupting through the wall? I can... Oh, hold on. I need to... I could do that. Pop this on this side first. Oh, they do 90 degree... No! No. Does that pop through the switch? Ah, it does. That's our juice right there. Hopping through that. Then if I do this, not quite that big, I can bring down this part. Where's the clover? Cataphilos, there we go. Yep. So ideally, hop, hop. No! I need more lore to do this challenge. If I could build a tiny castle here. Do we have an image of Aaron Keep from the distance? I'm so tempted to build just a tiny castle. Alright, we'll come back to that idea. All of those ideas. I'm going to keep focusing on this. How can I... Oh, I can change the thickness. Where's that last change thickness? That's you. Oh, you go all the way. Trolls. I only have one change thickness? I only have one change thickness. A change thickness. Come back down. I bring this up even higher. Like way high. There we go. Now... Well, not you. Ooh, there we go. And we're going to take the side fullers. We're going to widen them. And in fact, I'm going to take the fuller, not you, and take this fuller and widen you when I figure out how to grab onto this piece of... Come on. I'd love to be able to lower that peak. How's my balance looking? Out of curiosity. Out into fucking Gadzooks land. Got it. We're gonna do a little bit of work on the top part. Cross section. That does look really nice, though. Right, cross section overrides fullers. We're gonna back off. Ooh, though. With the little Master Sword bump is iconic. We might turn that into a little parrying hook. Oh right, the fucking fullers. Let's throw on blade slant from here. Polish blade slant from out here. The artistic considerations. You need to go in the right direction, I guess. The sun rising over a river is pretty nice. Mountains clad in gold is pretty nice. Let's put this on the right bevel. Right bevel here. Right, it's going to be offset. I guess not. There you are. Wait, did I just manage it first try on the other side? Okay. Alright. Weird. That's hilarious. Oh, that's not, doesn't look quite as good. We'll work on that. That's because it's Elder Futhar, not Bar. Well, they're both Elder Futhark eyes. Am I using Elder Futhark eye? I can get that lined up perfectly to terminate on that vertex there. Same detail. Am I being cucked by the edge polish? Slant. I totally was. Oh no, it's something else that's doing it. Why is that? What are you? Oh, you're just hanging out. You're the bottom. Why is that? Is it because it's further back? It's because it's further back, because that's... I see. I'd need to do the inverse. I'd need to do a triangle here in order to get the same effect. I need to do this. Oh, can I just do this crossover here? Hold on, where are you anchored? You're anchored here. On that bevel. So you'd be anchored on the inside here. And that would angle you across the entire thing. Ideally, I want this bevel. Actually, I need to use smaller, don't I? Wait, can I just cheat? No, I can't. I need to be on that angle.
No.
So ideally, I want this little bit... Oh, actually, that looks close. Can I do both? That looks almost. I need... That it? Looking like it. Oh, I could spill down the side with that. That's how I do that. Oh, is the humidity? No, humidity is going down. Good. And so is the temperature. But it is humid outside. It is moist. I'm still trying to get this one, though. Why is this not working like it was a moment ago? There we go. Ah. Actually, hold on. We're gonna back up. Why? Gonna leave that there. I'll do something with it with the fullers themselves. Now, we have our sunrise. I can dangle. I don't even need to really dangle. I can just shrink this fuck down. Are we down enough? The bump is... not the same. Click. Oh, close enough. Click. Click. Have a teeny tiny thing. Which, just to get rid of, we'll color. Yeah, none of that shit. There we go. Surely nothing will happen from that. Now, what's a good little starburst I can put here? Oh. If I shrinketh you, I can raise you. To here. Can see it. Just make you a little white spot. The Masked King is gold. And we'll give a little... Oh, you, finally, Slim Peen. Is it your time? And I do a round on the bottom, half sphere on the bottom. Be careful with this one. Let's put this somewhere I can see it for a moment. There? Alright, let's grab this. Around that way. There we go. Now I can probably get a look. No. Wait, no, that should be fine. Alright, we'll make both of these blue. Click, clack. Grab the stud. Put it where it belongs. Oh, I do like that, though. That's pretty good. I like that a lot. Now, if I were to... That's pretty fucking cool. Turn this up. And sink it. Then it is facing the wrong way. I had that 180. Nope. Ah. Shrink down into insignificance. Two very tiny isms. As tiny as it'll go? Really? Is as tiny as that goes? Alright, fine. If I do one of ye and one of ye. Oh no, they're visible. Oh, we can't do that. Is that really the smallest that goes? Great to see you, Nora. Do they change the minimum? Oh, that might actually be sick. Ah! We'll sink it. To here. And keep shrinking it. Shit. You do it again. Go. Shrink all the way down. Kind of wish we had fast shrink, you know? And sink. Whee. We'll call that good enough. We'll click. Whee. And that gives us a way to mount. I want to mount this. Mount that. So hold on to this thought here. If I grab the hook peen, a claw, I can't actually tell if I've rotated or not. Okay, we're good. Oh, hey, I can do that. little pinchy claws. Hold on a moment. I have pinchy claws. Pinch, 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 pinch. I make those into a dull red, maybe dragon blood. Ha! Ooh, can I do a meme here? Where's Discord? Bladesong. God, horse puns. So we had Blade of the Woods. We never had the Deep. We had Icy, but we never had Water. Roar of the North. So we had a magic sword, which I did with Curse Banishing Sword River Tongue. Iconic. We did okay. Decay, Masked King. Let's see what people got. Someone decided to put one in. Huh. Alright, you know, that was a good first attempt. Can I do weirder things still? Can I grab the slide? Wait, why is that not symmetrical? What the fuck? Why is this not symmetrical? Why is this one smaller? What? Oh, because the whole thing is anchored differently. Okay, we're gonna Control Z, Control Z. Control Y though. I know what I can do. And it's going to start by killing these. Little tiny little guys. This one does need to be back a little bit. So... do we... God, I need so much more lore. Other than the small camp and the lost city. Let's see. So I can hide something in here. Oh, I got an idea. All right, hold on. MS Paint. Thank you, MS Paint, for existing. I know they tried to kill you once, but you fucking lived. We're gonna go... leave... So, very purposefully, I'm going to exit the main menu, create and continue. We need to do a bit of this. I need MS Paint open on the other screen. We're going to take walls. We're going to do a little bit of geolocation here. Okay, we're gonna need to go to the end of the day. Drea, what are you're charging at 10 per. One-handed narrow point. Joshin, you need gold, which is much more than I want. Moss green, 3 peens. So I do 3, 4, and get some more fucking ingredients. Want to give me more shit? I think the 3 and 4 are better. Except the do Dreas. We're going to do this, and then it's going to be... The reason for it is I want the map. Can this... There we go. Really? Alright, we're going to... It says a heavy short sword, but, like, there's nothing that actually requires it to be heavy. I just spotted a fruit fly. Oh, no. Add a point. Arrow point. Cross section. That is a satisfying sound change. And we're going to add... Actually, we got everything we needed for the requirements other than... We'll slap a Zuba. Oval. And a Kashiura. And that's good enough for the guy. Offer to Drea. She examines the blade. Now we open up the other one. Where we're doing this for... Hey, Julian, welcome back. Blade fell apart. Your old blade, the one that's been... Julian, I could tell you're doing runs here. We are not done with our creation. That's good. Moss green, one-handed, narrow point. Alright, so we don't really need to care much about anything else. Thickness. There we go. Cross-section, once again. Bang. Narrow point. We need 3 peens, one-handed, leather. Sail sword. We need more leather, so I'm going to go for a oval grip. Moss green. And a pommel, which I'll give it a decent one. Because we're going to go Spike short. Spike short. Spike short. Duns offer. Good. And the reason we did this... Heavy blade, yeah, that's something I'm going to put in suggestions now in a bit. Accept this offer now. The reason we did this is so that I'm not wasting energy. What was that? $28. We'll get the leather as well. Okay, cool. Now I can do visit the scrap peddler. We're gonna grab this screen. Oh, no, fuck off. Grab this screenshot here. That's a little bit of geolocation data. One moment. Oh, that just kind of fucking destroyed it. That's fine. I don't need that much. We'll do the square. Control V, Shift. So if I do 3. Call that better. Nope. Alright, fuck it. Continue. Surveys wares. Does he have anything good for us? He does. We'll leave that. We're going to sell that one back to him. Close. Continue. Big goodbye to the peddler. End the day. The reason we're ending the day is so we can explore Aaron Keep, which gives us a map to the Lost City. Really wish MS Paint was better. It's not. So this map here, we have a crest as well. I hope people noticed it. Go to the Lost City. So, if this is the big building, does that have a alleyway? Kind of. There's a keep here. Maybe that's the wall. Well, to search the word for values. Venture deep into the Lost City. Manor. Search the manor. Ornate box. Dope. Find my way back to the outskirts. Skip tree? No skip ones available. Now the reason we go back 140 hot damn. Save game. Exit the main menu. Continue. I now have a thing. Nope, not continue. Exit the main menu. Creative mode. Yay. How strong you are. Let's grab Kingsword. So if I were... any idea what I'm planning? It's a clever little plan. I'm going to grab... I can do a constellation, but how do I do that best? There's buildings by that. I want to... So no matter what I do, this side's going to be a wall. Oh, that's another thing I'm going to do. I'm gonna help everyone out in the Discord. Because I don't think anyone noticed. There's a... Yeah, Osterhall. I forgot about Osterhall. Yes, because we had the previous one. In the previous playtest. What are you saying? Yeah, Honker's got it. In the previous playtest, there were other things, but no. Yeah. Let's see. It's gonna be a fun one. I don't have the hands for that. A fun reminder to all aspiring smiths. This competition, Aaron Keep has heraldry. Now, if I were to work that in, okay, yeah, I know what I want to do. I'm going to change the length. We're going to make this sword positively mundane in comparison. I don't intend to win this competition. I intend to tell a story with it. Put a point. Kakalaka gang. Section. Where's the blend? That's part of the change width. Blend. Looking good. There's no river. There's the gate, the main gate. Okay. So if we do... Where's Bladesong gone? There we are. If we say this is the main gate... And I do... Here, hold on. I'll get... this will help us all. Plus, specific window capture. Okay. Select window to capture MS Paint. Okay. We're going to shrink. Yep. Put it down here, actually. There we go. Fact with that, so I can then take a curve. That one's not bendy enough. I see something. I found something. Of course. Why would it go there? Why would it? Why would any of these go here? That one's going to be obvious. So what I'll do on this one then, I'll build a slight design. And I grab this one here. can alt to get rid of these. Put it down here. Rotate it. Grab a block. Is the right one for it? Actually, we're going to make this one into a square of equivalent value. Samael. Where's it not clicking on? There we go. We'll narrow this down in a moment. And here, at this junction, to a ridge point, aha! I see what I need. It's on the end to make sure it's level. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. So one of these has to curl up. So this one needs to curl down more. This one needs to curl up quite a bit. So this needs to be quite far down. So it's going to come in at that angle. That's going to come up that way. Yes. And this one has to curve like way down. Actually need this one here. Grab you. No, I need these on the other side. Wait, I could just grab this. Put it. Gotcha. There we go. Gotta be specific. Grab this, curl this down, bend this out. Make sure that's flat. This has to go mostly straight down. We'll grab another... Is that a fork or is that a T-joint? It's more of a T-joint. If I do this, that goes up that way. But really, that would do that. Actually going to add another one in here. That's shorter. Why is this one curling? There we go. Now we're going to grab... How do I signify a wall? How do I do this properly? Small nails. Wall here is straight. Even if I do this, I gotta do this. You need to bend back. Nope, not you. Control Z. You. Good. Good, okay. It's down to here. That'll be fine. That wall goes on for a bit, actually. We need to... Perfect. That should be fine. Now there's a curve down from the end of it, which we will need to... Is it actually better to just run it from this edge? I think it's better to actually do this the proper way. Grab the nail. Yeet the nail. Actually, we'll hold on to the nail for purposes. Twisted? Zephyr. Twister. There we go. So we want this to look like a piece of junk. That's still like, oh, someone put work into this. How quaint, how provincial, how blur. But... this goes on about here, then turns down rather sharply. By about parallel? Parallel. That's actually pretty good there. This needs to be longer. In fact, Control Z, this needs to be longer. 12. We'll call that good. Grab this. Now we need the bottom of this square that this kind of ends up making. It's still fucking curved. Just gotta get the angle right. That'll be fine. Shit. This is hurting. This is hurting bad. There we go. So I grab... This one's got... Okay, this one's got the curve off the edge. So we grab this. Curve it down as God intended. Wrong one. We're gonna take that off. We need... This is almost a 90 degree, this joins, right? Almost. Grab this. This curves up and down. So this part curves up ever so slightly. This part curves down and merges here. The wall is not that long. The wall is that long. This part curves this way. This part doesn't even need to curve this way. This part gets a 90 degree angle. Let's see. In fact, I need a cube. Cube's down. Cube's down here. This needs to bend this way. This needs to bend this way. Oh, this needs to be longer. Oh no, the wall needs to be shorter. This needs to be shorter. Build the wall. This tilts up this way. It's almost 90. In fact, we're going to shift click, alt, shift click. Ah, shit, I can barely see. Oh. This needs to turn up just ever so slightly. There we go. That's looking more like it. This still needs to be a little bit longer here. Or rather, this needs to tilt down a little bit more. And this needs to tilt back up. This needs to come down to here. This tilts up. This tilts this way. All right. I know the exact quote. There we go. So there is more. I'm definitely going to do so much more with the blade. Goddamn. So we're going to have... I need to load this down with symbolism. But this here, this little fucking filigree shit is going to be the reason for the sword existing. I can make it look like garbage without looking like something you cannot touch. If I can give it... How subtle can we be? So this road here goes up to the gate. This road, actually, can I angle this down? Angle that down. Control Z. U. Not quite that far, because this needs to turn. This needs to be convex. That needs to go at the wall at... That matched angle? No, that needs to be slightly... Oh shit, that needs to go up like that. I actually need to pull this in. Need to crawl forward. Here we go. This piece actually needs to come in. There we go. This angles this way. This angles this way. Comes up at a slight angle there, yes. And then this road is shorter, significantly. They actually join further down. I need to put a... Oh, goodness. Let me try that again. Let me actually... There we go. That's better. If you are looking down the blade, you will see a map of the outside of Erin Keep. Give me a moment. Haunts. I'm gonna keep going with this, but for now, I think I'm gonna end the stream. I gotta go get some food, and then I kind of want to go outside. It's a beautiful day, and we're not getting many more of these. So thank you all for joining me. I might do some bonus streams. We'll see. While the thing is still up, I can definitely help people out whenever. But thank you all for joining me. I will see you all again on Saturday for more of this. Yes. Scene's done. Controls. Stop streaming. Bye. YouTube. Where's the YouTube? Turn off the